As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill. Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and the sunken car. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Jesus Christ. So was your dad also, point to your eyes? Jesus. I guess I could have been worse. I guess I could have fucking stretched my eyes out of something. Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches? Me personally, I think I'd go for the anthill, to be completely honest. As long as he didn't move at all, I don't think they'd be too threatened. That reminds me, one time when I was a kid, I don't know what compelled me to do it, but there was a puddle of Kool-Aid or something, and there was it was covered with ants. So I was like, what would happen if I just stood in them? So I just straight up barefoot stood in this mass of hundreds of ants, and I was like, all right, nothing's really happening. And then after a few seconds, my feet started fucking burning. And I remember at the time I thought that the ants were biting me, but I've since learned that sugar ants and harvester ants, whatever, they secrete acids when they feel threatened. That's why if you've ever had an ant problem in your house, which I have had before because I'm a bit of a slob, you can recognize the fucking smell and taste of ants. If you smack an ant or something, it'll linger on your finger. It's disgusting.
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Okay, he's thinking. I can do this. Let's do this. Who'd want to sit on an anthill? There are no therapeutic benefits to, well, napalm ants, for example, are used in some rites of passage rituals.
Ah, see, they do the same thing that I did for no reason when I was a kid. They just stand in ants.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Do you think I'm ever going to find my gun?
God, I hope so.
His expression suddenly turns very serious. I've been thinking. If I put enough time into eating right and exercising, I could turn myself into a living weapon. That I wouldn't even need a gun.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical.
Pedagogical, another one I've never heard before. Well, I think I have actually heard the term pedagogue. I think it's condescending, if I remember correctly.
Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
I hate guessing. District something, a precinct, something municipal. I rub my temples. I'm getting a horrible headache.
A precinct, yes. A police precinct. Precinct 41. Your precinct.
Oh, God. This is my car.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh my God! It's mine! I drove my car into the fucking sea! Oh my God!
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Oh my God. The badge, the gun, and now this?
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything.
They're not going to take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. training a police officer is even more costly.
He's trying to cheer me up now. Well, at least I can see what's in there now.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
I was the traffic hooligan all along. Oh, shit. There it is. There's my RCM jacket and my fucking ID. RCM Commander's jacket. Wow, I have some clout. A black uniform jacket with RCM's signature white rectangle on its right sleeve and backside. Letters inside the collar read, LTN-2JFR. The jacket is of exceptional quality, other than some minor wear and tear. +1 is spirit decor because I'm united in black, and +1 visual calculus because of my sharp eye. Alright, that's a lot more professional. A dented stainless steel canister for transporting and storing heavy fuel. A logo on its side has been partially stripped over years of use. The government-issued red-dyed fuel oil inside looks like paint, though it smells much, much worse. RCM badge LTN-2JFR Dubois. Thick blue piece of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing, you see a man stare back at you. A younger version of you, already disintegrating inside, but still presentable on the outside. That hits a little close to home.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge!
At least something good came out of all this.
The lieutenant glances at the badge in my hands. Study the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information, and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
Oh, God. That's actually kind of sad. He knows how much he's deteriorated. How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking? Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now.
Yeah, I do look pretty grotesque, don't I?
The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
I never actually considered the composure of these character icons down here, but it's actually rather interesting. You have this rather chaotic and messy, but I feel almost optimistic in terms of its color scheme. Background here with Harry, and then you have this almost sainthood that they're depicting Kim as. Morally infallible, apparently. Rank LTN-2JFR?
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
What is that?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
And W. Freighter?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter.
Declined?
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors, out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
What's a décomptage?
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens' militia. It means counting down to twos.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks.
What kinks?
Kings like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
So you've been putting up with me because we're the same rank?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work. It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
That was a very kind thing he just said. I thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
I'm afraid there are no ex-alcoholics. Only the alcoholic and the dead.
People have been through worse and gotten back on their feet, Lieutenant W. Freighter.
He says with a reassuring little smile. I turn my gaze back to the document.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads.
I'm gonna put it away for now. I have an extra skill point. Get anti-optic task force going again. Wow, would you look at that? We're down to only one more skill slot left. After that, we're gonna have to start picking and choosing as to what elements of our identity we want to retain. Guillaume Le Million, considering Jean's reaction when I brought him up, I feel that he has, for quite a long time, been central to Harry's identity. I don't know, maybe it's time I grow and move past Guillaume Le Million? Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the accident. There's a boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin cover.
Great news. The boat is big enough for a grown man like you to fit underneath it in a supine position.
Great news, I found somewhere new to sleep.
Huh?
I'm gonna live under a boat now.
Self-pity is not what we need at this moment, officer. I understand the situation looks grim, but we must continue with our investigation.
You have a home somewhere. All cops do. When this is done, you can return.
Maybe. So I assume I stumbled away and then I slept under there. And then I walked over to the whirling in rags. And then I had that bender. The underside of the boat has been recently tarred. This really is a shanty town. Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. I can enter. Jesus. I see a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. This looks like a torture chamber. I don't think that chair is red from paint. This is where someone was interrogated. Postcard Coal City 08. Oh, a bow knot. +2 drama. You're sure that wearing this tie is a statement. You're not sure what kind of statement, though. +2 drama because you're a theater kid. Makes him look like a young Sheldon. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, but I have to take off my horrific necktie, though? Alright, you know, it hasn't done anything for me. I do not utilize the purple skill tree at all, so it's bow tie time. This postcard depicts a forest of smokestacks releasing fat plumes of smoke into blue, cloudless sky. The tinge of age, the color of old teeth, gives it a sickly look. Written on the back is a single sentence, repeated twice. I got out. I got out. No addressee. How do I get down there? I like that when you click it, it's a decent distance, they sprint. Someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire. It was probably me. The swinging is missing. No one's been here for a long time. Glory, says the graffito, to the ghosts of us. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. Smallest church in St. Saëns! I can do karaoke now!